everyone. We are going to review the three main parts to the brain today, and we're going to learn how to calm down that brain when it goes into that lockdown mode. So to review, I brought the brain poster last time. We learned about the three main parts to the brain. And we're going to review those three main parts of the brain right now. First, we had our prefrontal cortex. Our prefrontal cortex was that blue area right up front. It was a long name, so we just shortened that to the PFC. P for prefront, P for pre, F for frontal, C for cortex, PFC for short. And the PFC helps us to make smart choices, to do challenging things, and to really think things through before we do. We have a little rhyme that we're going to say that's going to help us to remember our PFC along with pointing to our forehead too. So let's go ahead and point to our forehead first, and we'll do that little memory piece before we move on to our next part. So everyone point to your forehead. You're going to repeat after me. PFC, wise leader of me. Very good. Now our PFC, we think things through before we do. We have a little rhyme. So I'm going to have you repeat after me once again. I think things through before I do. I'm going to say that one more time and then you can repeat. I think things through before I do. Your turn. I think things through before I do. Very good. In order for you to use your PFC, your brain has to be in a calm state of mind. We're going to learn how to do that today. Our next area we're going to go over and review is our hippocampus. That's silly named one. That's why we didn't shorten that one. We're just going to keep it long and silly. And that is our green area right here. Our hippocampus helps to keep all of our memories. It saves all of our memories in there. And if you notice, there's those little brain roads, neural pathways that I talked about last time. Those brain roads that go back and forth between the hippocampus and the PFC. You use what you already know to learn new things and solve challenging things with your PFC. So your hippocampus saves all of your memories. We have that little thing that we use to remember. We point to the back of our head, so we're going to go ahead and do that right now. So everyone point to the deep middle back part of your brain where your hippocampus is, and you're going to repeat after me. Hippocampus, memory saver. Very good. Okay. And our third area, which we're really going to talk about today, is the amygdala. The amygdala is our pink area right there, right in the middle. It's about the size of a nut, but it can make you kind of nutty when it puts your brain in that lockdown mode when you don't feel safe or you feel threatened in some way by something around you. And our amygdala is the first area where information hits in the brain before it can go to other parts of the brain, because it stands there like a security guard to make sure that nothing going on around us is going to be dangerous and cause our life to be in danger. And our amygdala is like I said, our security guard. So we're going to go ahead and put our hand on top of our head just like this, and you're going to repeat after me. Amygdala. Security guard. Very good. So that amygdala asks all the information that you see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. Is this safe information or is this dangerous information? If it's safe information, the amygdala goes, okay, you can go through to the rest of the brain. But if it's not safe information, the amygdala shakes up everything in the brain and our body feels all shaken up, and we just get this extra yucky energy inside and we don't know what to do with it. That is called the fight or flight response, or sometimes we freeze up. So when we get the extra crazy energy inside to fight, that means our energy goes to our fists. We have extra bolt of energy to fight back against whatever is threatening us or dangerous. But we also have the flight. The flight is run. We get this extra energy to run away from whatever is bothering us or being a threat to us. Or we freeze up and hold our body really strong and tight, which is sometimes hard to do for a long time. So your body's going to get that extra oomph of energy in order to do that. Sometimes your brain tricks you though. Your amygdala thinks that something is threatening and dangerous when it's really not. For example, when I go in front of a whole group of grown-ups, my amygdala says, oh no, all of these grown-ups are not safe, yikes! And my brain starts to go in lockdown. What happens is during a lockdown in your brain, your PFC is turned off and your hippocampus is turned off because the air leaves your brain. And your air, if you need your PFC, you need air to make it work. Well, your oxygen is your air in your brain. And if your oxygen's not in your brain, well, then your PFC can't work and your hippocampus can't work. So you have to get air back in your brain again. When my brain does not have air, I can't use my hippocampus and remember what I was going to say to those grown-ups if my brain is on lockdown. So I need to do something to calm down my brain so I can remember again. Because if I get scared and I just stand there with my brain on lockdown, I'm going to be like this in front of the grown-ups. Well, that wouldn't be too smart at all, and I wouldn't say what I would want to say in front of them. That's why I do something called belly breathing. For belly breathing, we're going to use our belly, and we are going to use our breathing. That's why I call it belly breathing. This is the way that we're going to do this. We're going to make sure that our belly, we can feel our belly inside of our diaphragm. And we are going to put our hands there to make sure that it's getting air in there. We're going to feel it. And so you're going to put your hands there. As you breathe in, you're going to be able to feel the air blow up in your brain. And then as you breathe out, you're going to be able to feel that air go out of those lungs and that belly. Your lungs and your belly together, that is called your diaphragm. Diaphragm, say that with me. Diaphragm. Your diaphragm holds all the air. Now normally when we're breathing regular, we're just doing shallow breaths. I mean, just little breaths that we need to do in order to stay alive. But when we do belly breathing, we're going to take in a lot of air and we're going to breathe in a lot of air. When we breathe in a lot of air, we're going to breathe it in through our nose. When we get out that air and blow it out, we're going to blow it out of our mouths, okay? We're going to use the breathing ball for this activity. Here's our breathing ball. When we use the breathing ball, it's going to go really big when we breathe in. Just like our belly and our lungs together get really big when we blow it up with air. And then when we breathe out, it's going to go really small. When we breathe in, watch the ball going in. So we're going to take a slow breath, breathing in through our nose. And you guys are going to do this with me in order to create this special magic for the ball. Okay, ready? We're going to breathe in. And we're going to slowly breathe out through the mouth. Breathing in, think relax, relax, relax. And blowing out all of that air out of the belly and the lungs. As we breathe in through our nose, we pretend we smell our favorite smell. And then as we blow out our mouth, we pretend we're blowing out our birthday candles. We're going to do two more together. Breathing in and breathing out. Last one, to make it a good one. Breathing in lots of air, blowing out all of that air and anything bothering you today. So that's called belly breathing. We use our belly and it's sort of like a balloon. We're filling it up with air and then letting all the air go out of that balloon. I have another tool for you. You might not have this little breathing ball right here. You can pretend you have one, of course, and do it with your arms, but you all have a hand. That's why I call this the handy breathing tool. What you're going to do is you are going to take your finger on your other hand and you're going to give that finger a roller coaster ride through your other fingers on your other hand, this one right here. And as you breathe in, we're going to start down here. And as you breathe in, you're going to pull your finger up. And as you breathe out, you're going to put your finger down. Blow in, blow out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. And by the time you get to the other side of the hand and get past those 5 fingers, you're going to have taken 5 breaths. And after you take that 5th breath, you're going to think, is my brain calmed down? Can I think clearly again? Am I feeling relaxed? If not, just do it again. Or you can do it on the other hand and get that other hand to try. And our next one that we're going to do, we have a third area, or a third thing that we're going to try is our relaxed star. Our relaxed star you can make out of any piece of construction paper, or regular paper. You can use a cardboard box or a cereal box or a cracker box and cut a little star out of it. And what you're going to do now, I just put these little stickers around it. You can use whatever stickers you have at your house and just put 5 different stickers on the different points. And it says relax, relax, relax in the middle. You are going to start at the first star at the top. And you are going to press on that star and you're going to take a deep breath in and then breathe out. And then you're going to go to the next point on the star and you're going to press and you're going to breathe in and then you're going to breathe out. You're going to go to the next point on the star, breathing in and breathing out. Guess what? To the next point on the star, breathing in and breathing out. And the last point on the star for the 5th breath, breathing in and breathing out. So those are your 3 different ways that you can breathe. You can pretend you have the breathing ball, breathing in and breathing out. You can use the handy breathing tool, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out all the way through the fingers. Or you can use the relaxed star. You just use a little star cutout. You can make it any way that you want. And you are going to start at the top and then you go around doing 5 different breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And while you're doing that, you think relax, relax, relax. Because that's what we're trying to do to our brain. So that we can get it off of lockdown and think clearly and be at our best. So that is our second lesson for our brain. Next time, of course, we will review those 3 different parts, but we're also going to learn how our brain pays attention. You all have a wonderful rest of your week, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.